hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Hakuna matata. Jambo bwana.
Okay, day 2, our climb to Kilimanjaro.
We did, so what are the stats? So that we did about 12k and about 1,000 meters of verticals over about 4.5 hours. Some of it was quite steep, wasn't it? It was a little bit steep.
Yeah, it was quite similar.
Wasn't too bad.
Quite similar to the Mont Blanc terrain that we did in some days.
We started in the rainforest, didn't we?
Yeah.
And then we went up we came out of the rainforest into the more open kind of moorlands, which actually don't look that different to Mont Blanc or some of the moorlands you get in the UK. It's quite funny. So then it did get quite cold, didn't it, towards the end? So we went up into the fog or the clouds, one or the other.
Yeah, and now we are sitting in our tents. We're waiting for dinner, and it's actually raining. We didn't get any rain the whole day, which is very good. But now we're getting a bit too cold, and
we're all very organised. So we've organised everything we're going to wear tonight, which we're wearing it. And we've organised all our bags and everything. So we're going to be very, very well organised.
Yeah, and actually we're already ready for bed after dinner because you don't hang around very late in a tent where you eat. You just eat and then you just basically come back to your tent and sleep or rig. The sleep is not actually the best here due to the altitude, but also the noises. You're in a tent, so a single person snoring, you can hear it. But physically and mentally, I think we're doing pretty well.
Yeah, I feel doing well at the moment. Yeah.
It's obviously only day 2. What's the altitude right now?
3,600, isn't it?
Yes, 3,600. So that's the highest we've ever been, I think. So yeah.
And what would you say is your best moment so far?
Best moment so far, I think today. No, actually, yesterday seeing the monkeys, in the rainforest was incredible. They were the black and white monkeys. I can't remember the name.
Colobus
monkeys, and there were lots of them, and it was awesome.
And I quite liked my favourite moment of today would be the little intro song we had from our
oh my god,
group,
yeah,
which was very, very cool.
That was so cool. We had the Kilimanjaro song.
They sang it to us and did a bit of a dance.
Yeah, that was really cool.
And they introduced themselves. So really happy about that.
And we have quite a lot of porters, and they were working very hard for us. And that's really cute. That's very, very nice. I think that's it for day 2. See you on day 3.
Okay, so we're here on morning of day 4. We forgot to do a diary last night, so we're talking about day 3. So how was day 3?
Day 3, so just going back to the night actually, because we woke up in the middle of the night, and when we went to bed, the sky was very cloudy, so we couldn't see around us. But when we woke up in the middle of the night, everything had cleared, and we could actually see the highest peak. And it was absolutely fantastic with lots of stars everywhere. So that's how day 3 started. It was very chilly. And then we set from Shirawan to Moor Hut. And we started, it was sunny, and then around 11 it started raining.
Yeah, it was nice at the start, wasn't it? But then the rain basically came and lasted for hours and hours. So that wasn't great. We were all walking in the rain, but our kit performed pretty well. We were quite happy. We got our Gore-Tex jackets and our waterproof trousers on. So I think we were okay.
We were not wet inside, but it's obviously not enjoyable to arrive to the camp and it's raining, and you've seen our tent for eating is not, it's not like the most highest tent. The tent for sleeping are actually okay. We were not wet inside, but it's quite cold out there. So we arrived there around 2 p.m. We had lunch, then we had an hour to rest, and then there was an option to do a bonus hike to higher up, which is 4,600 meters. Basically, when you are in altitude, it's really good to go for a walk high and sleep low. So we went there. What did you think of that hike?
That was quite fun, wasn't
Yeah,
it? I mean, it was quite steep. We went quite slowly. We got some good views. My tummy had been quite bad earlier in the day, but it was kind of a bit better by then, so I was quite happy about that.
Actually,
yeah, that was nice.
Talking about tummy, this has been the hardest for us the last 3 days.
Yeah.
Our tummy are not very good, and the toilets over there are not, everyone can hear everything around you, so it's not the most agreeable, like it's not really enjoyable. But we're getting better. We took a few pills, and we're getting a bit better.
So I think we can feel the altitude a bit now. I'm having a little bit of headaches and nausea, not too bad. Some other people on the trip as well have getting quite sick and not feeling good. But when I'm walking, I'm kind of fine, really. So just looking forward to getting walking today.
I don't know if we mentioned again, but it's 4,200 meters where we are here at Moir Hut. So it's very high, the highest we've ever been. The height of the Mont Blanc.
I have the Mont Blanc summit.
Yes, so it's a really good experience. But let's see what today brings on day 4. See you tomorrow.
All right, bye-bye. See ya. Okay, so day 5, we're here at Karanga Camp. We're at about 4,100 meters, something like that. And we've had a really awesome day, actually, maybe the best day so far.
That was really, really amazing. So we started from Barranco Camp, and it was basically Barranco Wall, which was a lot of climbing on the rocks. It was really good fun, really exciting. And the views were insane. We could see Kili at the back. Really amazing day.
So it was like a kind of quite a steep piece of rock when you sort of zigzagged up these sort of switchbacks. And we were so lucky with the weather. It was absolutely blue sky all day with sun. Yeah. So it was quite chilly to begin with because we left really early. We left about 7:30, so before the sun really came up. But the sun was lovely, really, and we had some really amazing views when we got to some of the places on the top.
Yeah, it was sunny. We didn't put too much sunscreen on, so it was probably a bit burnt. But then we arrived at Karanga Camp.
Yeah, it's not been a long day, has it? Sort of maybe about 4.5 hours of moving, and the distance covered wasn't very much at all because so much of it was quite steep and we were progressing quite slow, and there was places for photos and stuff, so we weren't exactly under a lot of pressure. So we got here in good time. For once we got to a camp and it wasn't raining, which was nice because that's been the situation the last few days. So we got here and it was actually sunny, so we had a nice lunch and just been relaxing, really.
Yeah, we've been reading, writing, trying to send text message to our parents. I don't think that's arrived yet.
Didn't work.
And that's I think the first time we have network. But yeah, still enjoying not being on the internet actually. And we've been 5 days living outside, and it's been pretty cool so far, I've got to admit. The sky is clearing now, which is really cool. Hopefully tonight we'll see a bit of a sun.
And then so we're starting to think quite a lot about our summit night.
Yeah.
So tomorrow we've got a short section to the base camp, and then we'll have lunch and dinner, a little bit of a sleep, and then we'll be waking up around 10-11 p.m. and walking through the night up to the summit. So that's and then we're going to come down. So that's going to be a pretty intense sort of 48 hours sort of thing. So 36 hours. So we're starting to think about that and try and plan our gear and stuff. But, we've got a little bit of time before then. It's not quite up on us yet.
That will be for tomorrow.
Cool.
See
All right.
you tomorrow.
Bye.
Hello, here we are in the 6th. We're currently at base camp called Barafu Hut. We started this morning around 8 a.m. from caravan camp. Yeah, we just made it to base camp.
It was about 4 hours. 4 hours trekking, wasn't it? It was pretty steep. It wasn't the hardest stuff we'd done. It was a little bit cold.
It was 500 meters elevation, right?
Yeah. So we're up at 4,600 now, which is sort of the highest we've been. But the big news is we do our summit trek tonight.
So the track you see here behind me is basically the track we're going to take tonight at 11:30. So we are being briefed. Our gears are ready. We'll have dinner at 5 p.m. and we'll be setting off at 11:30. It's meant to be full moon, so if the sky is clear, we should see quite clearly.
We've got about a 7-hour trek ahead of us. We think it's quite a lot of, it's about 1,300 vertical meters we've got to go up. So very, very steep, a lot of climbing and cold basically. It's about -10 when we get up there, so a lot of layers. Got to put little socks around all our water bottles and stuff to try and stop them from freezing. So it's going to be long, going to be slow, but we are pretty excited to be finally ready to take on the summit, which we've been looking forward to for a long time.
Yes, we are also a bit anxious, I'm not gonna lie, because of the cold, and you have to take it very slow, and it's gonna be a very hard challenge, but we'll try to push as hard as we can.
Yeah, the altitude we're going to is pretty high, going up to 5,900. We've both been okay with the altitude so far. Fingers crossed, but it's kind of like the first things so we just have to keep pushing on and see how we do. We've packed all our little snacks up, we've got all our gear sort of ready, so just hanging out really and waiting for dinner before we can sort of try and get a few hours sleep.
So we'll see you tomorrow for the top of Kilimanjaro. Bye.
Oh my word, so we have just got back into camp after doing the summit. We are absolutely knackered. 7 hours on the way up with snow coming in sideways, pitch black, couldn't see anything walking through the night. It was really, really hard. The way down was also quite hard as well.
You forgot to mention we set off at 11:30 last night, and yeah, I think we arrived at the top around 6.
Yeah, so walked all the way through the night with head torches and stuff. There was a bit of moon, but it was kind of a whiteout, just snow everywhere. It was pretty crazy, and there was a pretty steep bit before we got to the first of the 2 little mini summits. When we got there, I just felt awesome because then we just walked around the crater rim to get to the main summit. But at that time, the sun was up, although you couldn't see much. So it was just brilliant. We got some photos.
We did it!
And we did it, yeah. It's
so happy.
It's still a crazy feeling and knackered. My shoulder feels like it's never going to be the same again. So we need to go and get a hot drink and chill out a bit, but we'll be back later.
Kilimanjaro, 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 mrefu sana. Mama wenzi, mama wenzi, mama wenzi, mama wenzi, mlima mrefu sana. Ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, ewe nyoka, mbona walizunguka, 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 wataka kulima nyama. Kulima nyama, kulima nyama, kulima nyama, mbona walizunguka. Jambo bwana, habari gani?